What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Born to Heal, the special Bad Blood edition. And we aren't talking about Taylor Swift. No, we're talking about Bad Blood this weekend. With me, as always, is everyone's favorite heel, Tyler Heavy T Soda. What's up, my man?
I have bad blood with just about everything and everybody, so we'll see what happens.
It's very true. Bad Blood
Falcons
could literally
lose
be your nickname.
If the Falcons lose tonight, my blood will spill. So
yes.
we'll see.
Yes, you could have even more blood spilled over there at the.
I would like to make
household.
a note. If anyone from the suicide hotline is hearing this, I am not going to actually kill myself. I'm just saying because the pay-per-view is labeled Bad Blood, so don't come at me.
Yeah, don't add him or slide into his DMs.
Especially if you're the suicide hotline, please don't slide into my DMs. That'd be weird for everybody involved.
Speaking of suicide hotline, which is the worst segue ever of all time.
Yeah,
and we have Bad Blood this weekend, and we got to give our picks for what we know, what we think. I have a feeling a lot of these are going to be the same. We'll see. Maybe we'll have one or two that differ. And along of that as well, we should probably give a pick for Monday, the Sami Zayn Gunther heavyweight championship belt on the line. Now they've been doing more championship belts on Raw lately. I kind of like it.
I would like to say that this is going to be the third Raw in a row where we have had pay-per-view quality main events.
Yeah.
At the end of Raw, Jay and Braun Breaker week 1
was fantastic.
Strowman and Bronson Reed
also fantastic
last week. By the way, RIP to Strowman's groin. Get better soon, buddy. And then this week we have Sami versus Gunther. We're talking. These are pay-per-view quality matches that we're getting on free TV. God is good. All is right in the world.
Raw will only be 2 hours too this next Monday too.
Yes. Dude, we're just Waffle House type cooking over here, bro. It is amazing. We are feasting, and we live in glorious times.
We're Rhea and Uso Waffle House cooking. You know what's up with that,
bro. Dude, we're cooking. Rikishi's happy, dude. I can't ask for much more than this, dude.
Why is first of all, we should probably mention that Ilya Dragunov is going to be out for some time. He actually tore his ACL in a match over on the tour, so. That sucks because I could really like him a lot. He's been fun to watch and a good ally for Uso that he's kind of used. I think they were going to set something up with that, but looks like he will miss 6 to 9 months. Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, I think I read basically his time for coming back is probably going to be somewhere between Money in the Bank and SummerSlam next year.
Wow,
brutal injury,
brutal for a rising young star. And why is Seth Rollins just appearing everywhere on every football game, every college football game, and then?
It was so funny because I saw this dude on the sideline of Sunday Night Football between Buffalo and Baltimore. I'm like, you don't like either of these teams, nor are the Bears playing. What are you doing here?
And his outfit is stuck out like a sore thumb in traditional Seth Rollins fashion.
Yeah, at least when he got thrown out of that little field level area at the Colts game, the Bears were playing, so that made sense. And he was with Pat McAfee and his crew, so that made sense. Why is he just on the sideline?
He's just becoming
dude.
Carmen Sandiego now. He's just everywhere. Where in the world is Seth freaking Rollins?
But where did he show up on Monday night?
Monday Night Raw. Monster versus Monster. Stomping him.
Great match, by the way.
That was a great match. Indeed. We have a couple of great matches this weekend. Obviously, we're going to have a SmackDown this week, and it's just going to be a whole lot of setup like it is normally before every main event. I'm excited for this one. I think it's pretty predictable. If looking at the cards here with my picks, maybe you have some other choices, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to what a Saturday we're going to have in the sports world just in general. So,
I mentioned it before. We got a full slate of college football. You have Bad Blood, and then every single division series for baseball is starting on Saturday.
Woo!
Beautiful Saturday. Beautiful.
I will not be leaving the couch.
I will be at work, but not leaving my seat.
There you go. Now, we did have some news today. I don't know. You sent it to me. I don't know if you want to talk about it now or later about what possibly the opening match for Bad Blood will be.
So it's what is going to main event and what is going to be the opening match. So I guess that's a perfect segue to start because we'll start with the opening match. And that is going to be CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre Hell in a Cell as the opener. I disagree with this. I believe, and I will go more into depth in this when we talk about the main event, but I believe that this should have been the main event. This is the most literal blood feud in all of WWE right now. Yes, I understand the bloodline and all that stuff is a major story. But if we're talking feuds, if we're talking the first Hell in a Cell in literal years where it feels like it actually means something, if we're talking about these guys literally hate each other, this should be on last. That's just me. Also, the first Hell in a Cell ever was at Bad Blood back in 97. So that all that together, this should be the main event, but it unfortunately will not be, and it will be the opener, which I think is really sad. Yeah. But like I said, we will get into that a little bit later. But this is a blood feud, man. These guys hate each other.
It is. It's tied 1-1 with McIntyre winning the first meeting and Punk winning the leather, whatever you call it, match.
Leather strap match.
Yeah.
I was like, please finish that. We don't want them to think they were fighting in leather.
Yeah. Which was bizarre to watch, but it was fun to say the least.
It worked out.
I mean, you said it. It's a feud. I don't think these guys actually do like each other.
No, this is honestly, this is going to end up being probably feud of the year. I think there's a couple other candidates you can throw out there, and I mean in all wrestling promotions. Like this one is way up there.
Judgment Day probably with Priest and Ridley would be up there.
Yeah, and I know I'm trying to think of it right now. I know AEW had something. Wasn't it like Swerve versus Hangman? That was the really good feud. Yeah. So I mean, you have a couple candidates, but Punk and Drew is probably going to end up being like feud of the year. It's just so good.
It is good. You think this ends it? This will be the end?
This definitely ends it. This is the rubber match. The winner goes on. I'm curious to who you think wins this. I actually am.
I think Punk wins this.
I also agree. This is one where I thought we could flop on, but I think Punk ends up winning this and moving on. I think he ends up moving. In all honesty, I think the winner of this ends up moving into the title picture against Cody, which we will get to that. But I think it ends up being Punk, and I think Punk ends up moving to the title scene.
Yeah, I just think, he just needs a win. He's a star, right? A superstar. Everyone loves him. I think if he lost, I think it would be bad for the WWE. So I think he kind of has to win. And no one wants to see McIntyre win. No one likes McIntyre.
Well, there's an entire country and maybe all of Europe that disagrees with you.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, Scottish fans.
I think McIntyre winning would be fine, but I think McIntyre losing doesn't necessarily make him look bad or hurt him at all.
No, yeah.
Where I think Punk losing
it kind of
hurts him a little bit more than it would McIntyre. So
I agree.
I also have Punk winning. I think this is going to be good. Like I said, I'm excited because number one, that's the other thing too. They got rid of the stupid red cage. So now it's just silver or gray or whatever you want to call it, like it used to be. So I can actually see what's going on instead of looking like I'm looking through a wall of blood, trying to see what's going on.
Well, it is called Bad Blood. So it would make sense in this case.
I'm expecting this match to be a banger. Absolutely.
Yes. I have high expectations for this one. I think it's going to be really good.
Yeah, like I said, man, first Hell in a Cell match in literal years where it feels like this one actually means something. So let's go, man.
And somebody is going to be half dead, I believe, when it's all said and done.
Yes.
Which will be, obviously, as we predict, Drew McIntyre.
They could both be half dead. We'll see.
That's true. Maybe we'll have a draw. Damian Priest and Finn Balor finally meet in the ring. Obviously, this is another huge rivalry here. They hate each other, right? And Finn Balor, I say it every week, has the most nemesis look I've ever seen of anybody in my life. I think my pick here is Damian Priest. I think Priest is going to win, and I think that he'll kind of be moved on from this a little bit towards a different picture. We'll take advantage of how baby face he is right now and the reception he's getting. I think they need to do that with him, but I think he wins, and I don't know if this will be an exciting match, to be honest. It's going to be, but compared to Hell in a Cell and then this comes out after, it's like, okay, what now? It's like
I think this one's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of on the fence, but I think I'm going to lead towards Damian winning this one.
Yeah, it's if Finn Balor. Okay, and there's a reason for this too, because that means you probably have the same pick for the next match. I believe. If you think Finn loses this one, then somebody else has to win the next one, who's the opposite, which I think will happen. But yeah, Damian needs to get up. He was supposed to be after he cashed in, was supposed to be kind of a transitional champion. But I think he proved to everyone that he was actually a pretty good champion and also a pretty good wrestler. And with this whole storyline, I think they could use this to take him somewhere else higher to new heights.
Yeah.
So, he finally gets his revenge on Finn. I'm sure it won't be the end of it, but then they can move him on. And I think that the Judgment Day has something else coming to them.
I agree 100%.
rather quickly, that they need to get Rhea and Priest out of the way for that.
Yes.
So, I've seen signs. The signs. More on that later. So you agree? You're going with Priest?
I am going to go with Priest as well. Yeah, I think it's time to wrap this up and make Priest and my next pick look strong as they wrap up this feud with Judgment Day.
Okay. Then we'll go right into the Women's World Championship once again between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. You taking Rhea Ripley in this one?
Now, hold on. Before we say anything, Dom is suspended in a shark cage.
Yes,
this is the closest. This is the closest we will be getting to the custody of Dominic ladder match between women that we will ever get, and I'm fine with that. I think that's great. I think Rhea wins this one, but here's what I think happens. So it's a very classic spot for whoever's in the shark cage to drop a weapon, because usually the heel in the shark cage, to drop a weapon down below, and the heel uses it and tries to win. I think that Dom drops it and either Rhea picks it up or the ref sees Liv pick it up and they're like, no, get it out of here. If Rhea picks it up, she'll see it and just toss it right out. The ref sees it, he'll be like, no, like that's not happening, you throw it out. I think Rhea wins this, and after the match, I'm not going to say it's going to happen during. After the match, there's some interesting shenanigans.
Some tomfoolery?
Some tomfoolery is one way to put it, because, well, I'll just hint it at this. It is spooky season, officially. So I think the Wyatt Six have found their next group opponent in the Judgment Day.
Yep, that's what we were talking about, and it looks like that's the case, because there's been thoughts of this all over promos everywhere. There's like little snippets and little Easter eggs about.
Yeah, little Easter eggs. Now, the interesting thing is that Alexa Bliss has been slightly hinting on Instagram that she's coming back, or at least getting ready to come back. She's been out for, I want to say maybe almost 2 years. She got pregnant. She had a kid. Congratulations. But it looks like she's hinting that she's going to come back. And the only group for her to come back for, where it makes sense, is the Wyatt Six, since she was so close with Bray. So I would actually be very interested in a Wyatt Six Judgment Day feud. I think Wyatt Six ends up winning that feud, but I'd love to see where it goes.
It looks like that's coming, and it's going to be exciting. I'm here for it too.
Why not? Yearn for it, dude.
Oh yeah. Especially if they're still feuding when Raw goes to Netflix. Ooh.
And we get some actual murder.
Actual
murder. Legitimate murder. Let's go.
I think this match, though, is the hardest to call on the card, and I'm actually going the other way in this one. So we're not the same. I think Liv Morgan wins this. I think that just to keep the belt within the Judgment Day, even though they still have the tag team belt, but they're going to be losing that soon. I do think.
Wyatt Six.
Exactly. So I think Morgan wins and keeps this rivalry kind of going with some tomfoolery, obviously, from the shark cage, dropping the weapon, or Carlito throwing an apple or something. I don't know.
Carlito was just looking for his PS5, man.
And eating his apple.
Yeah.
But something is going to happen in this. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Their match at SummerSlam was great. Yeah. Absolutely great. So this will be fun. And they're both good-looking women. We get to see wrestle in the ring and enjoy.
I would do unspeakable things to get with both of them. So
exactly.
I may commit a war crime. So
war crime. It's like
I'm just saying, I may commit war crimes to be with both of them.
Okay, well, another matchup you may not feel the same about is the WWE Women's Championship. Nia Jax, who I can't stand, and Bayley here.
Gonna be honest, I'd commit war crimes for Bayley too, and Tiff Stratton, because she is also involved somewhat in this.
She will be involved in this. I have a feeling she will be involved in it. I have Nia Jax winning this match, as it pains me to say.
What I'm saying is put me in jail.
I think Nia Jax wins, and we see the Tiffany Stratton turn in this one.
This one's tough.
It is tough.
I think Nia wins.
Yeah.
I don't think we get the cash in just yet, but I think Nia wins.
There'll be some sort of hints at it, or a look at the case, or something. There's going to be.
There always is.
Yeah. There's going to be something. So it could be now, but it's going to be soon. It's going to be before the end of the year. It's.
I don't know if it's necessarily before the end of the year. I think they might actually be waiting for Raw to go to Netflix to cash it in. Which, by the way, I should point out, it has been announced. And I think I mentioned this last week, but it has been announced that the first Raw on Netflix will be here in the Intuit Dome in beautiful Inglewood, California. Your boy will be there.
Heck
you be there, or you be square.
Yeah.
Or say hi to your boy on Netflix.
Maybe you could call in live to a.
Look, I already have my outfit planned.
Oh God.
And I say that because my WWE shirt finally came in the mail the other day. And
what'd you get?
I don't know if you've seen it. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let me grab it right here. So
I have a new one on its way as well.
We have to might make an edit point, but I will grab it real quick. Hold on.
It's fine. Every team's gonna go get his new shirt here as we talk about the women's championship between Nia Jax and Bayley. We both have the same pick. We are both picking Nia Jax. And she's going to end with her Annihilator, which is the dumbest finishing move in the history of finishing moves.
This is one of the greatest shirts I've ever seen in my life. LA Knight crossing the Delaware River. The United States Championship. This shirt is amazing.
Yeah.
I saw it posted on Instagram, and I thought, this is an immediate buy.
Yeah.
I don't care if my bank account goes into default. For the record, it did not.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, no, that shirt rules.
That rules.
I was like, I don't care if he's U.S. champion or not. I need that shirt by the time Raw comes.
Yeah, so, I got myself a new gold Yeet shirt on the way.
Nice.
I'm waiting for a cool Priest shirt, man. It has to come out soon.
By the way, speaking of golden Yeet, WWE adding a hint of blue to Jay's Intercontinental title looks really nice. Very fitting. I like it.
I think so. He will be also fighting already to retain that title against Xavier Woods, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
The turn and the New Day. By the way, that's been really fun to watch. The whole New Day storyline between Xavier and it's just interesting to say the least.
First off, everybody forget that Odyssey Jones was in there for 2 weeks. Nobody remember that.
What the hell happened?
Well, he started beating up his wife or something.
I didn't know that was off. I just thought they just
no. He got full on, I think, arrested.
Oh yeah.
For domestic violence, and like the day after, they never did make an official announcement.
No, you're not going to do that. No, not when it's a wrestler. That violence and promote it.
Well, no, they'll be like, oh hey, WWE has terminated its contract with so and so. They didn't even do that. They just quietly fired him. They're like, you're gone.
Damn.
So kind of crazy, but the New Day storyline, don't get me wrong, it has me intrigued. It really does. But at the same time, if you were watching when New Day was Woods, Big E, and Kofi, that was so much fun, man. And it's sad to see the good times end.
Yeah, and it's just really going to be hard if I guess Xavier Woods would be the one to turn heel, or it'd just be really hard to see him as a heel. Like he just
it's
face for it. Like
it's really weird.
They'd have to redo his whole persona.
Yeah, especially since he does the up, up, down, down video game stuff like on the side.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm supposed to believe this dude is a bad guy. Like, you know, we'll see what happens.
He just seems like a good person. It's like weird.
And he seems like a great person.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, man. There's just wild things. We got way off track. So
hey, it's okay. People are still listening. Trust me. Because we got to talk about the main event still. So yeah, we both agree that Jax will win. I hate it with the Annihilator, which I hate that too. It's the worst freaking finishing move. But Bayley will still stick around and she will have another chance, I think, relatively soon here. But I mean, they have to do something with her. Like she can, okay, if she has to beat Naomi one more time for another, I'm done with that storyline. Like, can Bayley just stop beating Naomi for the chance? I seem like it's every.
You know what? If they want to do something with it, they could put Bayley in some kind of love storyline in which I am involved. And yes, WWE, I am available. I am available for that. So
he was born to heal, one might say.
It's true. I was also born to love. There's a softie. There's a softie underneath this heel, WWE. I'm just telling you.
All right, let's talk about the main event. I wonder if we're going to be on the same page here, because I've seen a lot of different picks online and all different Zions, if you will, and this one is at middle of the road here. Obviously, this is the main event because it's the two biggest superstars teaming up, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, tag teaming against the Bloodline, but mostly Solo, Sikoa, and Jacob Fatu. Thank goodness it's Fatu and not one of those Tongans. This is going to be fun. I know you think this should not be the main event at the end.
It should not.
I kind of agree. I agree. But it's still going to be a really fun match to watch.
I will let you go into your pick, you explain, and then I will explain my pick and why I don't think it should be the main event and all that stuff.
I could see logic in the Bloodline winning this. Okay. I could see logic in it just from they're trying to really make Fatu something bigger.
Oh, he's good. He's pretty good.
It would, and something in between Cody and Roman will get involved as their egos, or something's going to happen to see them go down, turn on each other.
It's the stupid, can they coexist? Like, oh, God, I hate that.
But see, I don't think that's going to happen. I think that Rhodes and Roman wins, and that just gives, but I think something will still happen with that, but something with Roman to put him just at that level of, okay, now I'm really bad, guys. Like, they need that because he's been getting his butt kicked by these guys for now, ever since he came back, right? He had a few good weeks of him getting his in, but now he's just, every time he tries to grab his necklace, he just gets his ass kicked. So this could be a good way of doing that and setting something up. I do think the reason why this is the last match too is we could see another big superstar kind of show up at this one.
That is why I think they have put it as the last match, because they have confirmation that a certain large, in many ways, wrestler is going to make a return. And because of that, I actually have the Bloodline winning this match.
Ooh,
so okay. I think what ends up happening is The Rock comes back. And I don't know if he necessarily gets involved in the match. It could be to the point where The Rock comes back and the distraction is so big for both Cody and Roman that the Bloodline just take over and win without The Rock getting in the ring. But I think this is the perfect way to set up the next pay-per-view, which would be Survivor Series War Games. And we already have a really good feeling that that's going to be the old Bloodline, which would have been Sami, Roman, and the Uso brothers versus the new Bloodline, which is the Tongans, Jacob, Solo, and The Rock in their corner. I think that's where this gets set up. I'm going to say that the Bloodline wins and The Rock returns. Now this is where it gets interesting. If The Rock doesn't return, then I am going to be kind of annoyed, because at that point, this should have never been the main event. It should have been Drew versus...
I agree with you completely.
Drew versus Punk, yeah. So that's where I'm kind of annoyed. I think the only reason they put it as the main event is because they know The Rock is going to show up. Or someone of big, stature is going to show up. So, yeah, man. That's where I think that goes with that. I think the Bloodline makes a little bit more sense to win this. going into War Games. But yeah, man, see what happens. It's going to be a good show.
Yeah, this one was a tough one for me. I could see the logic for both, and kind of the logic for both on the Liv Rhea as well. But I think so. We have 2 that were split on.
Yeah, we have two different.
Okay, that makes for a better image than all the same like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
add a little bad blood in there this time instead of just like, oh, we both think we know what's going on. Yeah, it's going to be a fun show. Obviously, let's talk about Raw real quick. Gunther and Sami Zayn on Monday night. Obviously, I think there's no way Gunther loses this.
I don't think so either. I am going to pick Gunther to win. I'm not sure who he's going to battle with after, because I think it was supposed to be Ilya Dragunov, but obviously that has thrown a wrench in everybody's plans.
Yeah.
So I don't know necessarily who he feuds with.
We have 2 title matches on Monday night.
We have the World Heavyweight, and what's the other one?
Intercontinental. Xavier Woods.
Oh yeah, that is right. That is good.
They're really pushing title matches on Raw right now. I love it.
I'm fine with that, dude. Like, give me a reason to tune in. Under Vince, I cannot tell you how many times you had matches just thrown in on the day of, just because, dude. None of that.
Yeah, and it's fun to like look forward to it and know what's going to happen. It's just like, oh, I wonder who's going to say, "Oh, I need a match right now, Pierce." You know, like, so it's going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting weekend, man.
It's going to be an interesting Raw because you have a lot of stuff on Bad Blood that leads into Raw. So the main event obviously goes towards SmackDown. Nia Bailey goes towards SmackDown. But you have Finn versus Damian and Liv versus Rhea. Those will both play heavy into Raw.
And Punk and McIntyre.
See, now that's where it gets interesting. If does the winner of this end up facing Cody and move to SmackDown?
They need to make. We talked about this kind of last week with the draft. I know it's made up and everything like that. But now that it's showing and SmackDown's going to 3 hours.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting.
They're going to need to bring someone over. They're going to need to bring someone over because.
So you either bring someone over, or because Ilya is hurt, the winner of this, I don't know why I didn't think about this before. I just thought of this right now. The winner of this ends up getting into a feud with Gunther.
Yeah.
Punk,
yeah.
Honestly, Punk or Drew with Gunther, yes, please. Give me all of that.
Yes.
Because if you have Drew versus Gunther, you're going to have, it's just the way Big E says it's big meaty men slapping meat. That's what it is. But if you have Punk versus Gunther, still going to be a great match. But now you're going to have 2 masters of the mic just battling it.
Gunther is so
with
hilarious.
each other. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's the best.
Oh, now I actually kind of want that more than Cody. Oh my goodness. Woo! Give it to me.
I really think Cody will be fighting Fatu in a 1-on-1.
At some point, yes. I don't know if that's going to be right away because remember they were still. He's having a thing with Kevin Owens right now. Kevin Owens is slowly starting to turn heel.
Turn on him.
Randy Orton was eyeing the title, like, ooh, that looks interesting.
But he's the mediator between them two.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm actually slightly interested in that storyline to see where it goes. But yeah, I think those are pretty much my final thoughts. And my last and final thought: R.I.P. to R-Truth. The awesome Truth is dead.
Oh yeah. Wow. And speaking of turning heel, we had The Miz turn heel on.
Which that surprised me for 2 seconds. So
and I no longer have to hear that stupid rap when they're walking out into.
Come on, don't be like that.
What about American Lame? Chad Gable got a big win as well. But yeah.
You got a big win via tomfoolery.
There was a lot of tomfoolery in that one.
Yeah, we'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. So yeah, next week we'll be back. We'll be talking what happened at Bad Blood and Raw. And SmackDown, although SmackDown plans probably will be just a setup for Saturday's main event, but and more. And hopefully I got all my picks right so I could rub it in Heavy T's face.
Yeah, nice little 2-pick difference. This will be interesting.
Let's go. Let's go. Enjoy Bad Blood, everybody. From Born to Heel, I'm at Edward Rouse, and that's at Heavy T on air. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your week of wrestling.